Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Yes, I'm literally such a good singer. This is the Makeup 4 series, where I'm basically teaching you guys how to do makeup for different things. For example, makeup for beginners. That's the video we're doing today. We're gonna show you guys step by step how to get this look, a very simple, easy, everyday makeup look. Our next video could be makeup for Valentine's Day, makeup for prom, makeup for anything. So please comment down below what makeup for video you want to see next. If you guys are not subscribed already, make sure you're subscribed, because if not, you're a crazy little loser. Without further ado, if you want to see how to get this look, keep on watching. Okay, first things first, you need a makeup headband. Just kidding, you really don't, but something about having a makeup headband on just makes me feel 10 times more official. It's gonna be really weird for me to do long form tutorials because I'm so used to posting on TikTok and Instagram and things. First step of any makeup routine should be your skin prep. I already did my skincare for the morning, but I did not put on my moisturizer because I wanted to tell you guys about this one. This is a cream that a bunch of makeup artists use. You don't have to worry about your makeup pilling with this cream, which I absolutely love. Skin prep and makeup can sometimes be a tricky process. Go in with any lip mask now. I just go in with this Fenty Beauty one in the salted caramel shade. It smells really good. This is the Say Beauty Super Glowy Gel. This product just gives your skin a really beautiful glow. I use the shade Star Glow in the winter, and then I use the shade Sun Glow in the summer. It just gives your skin that glass skin effect. Then I'll go in with a little bit of an eye cream. This is the Kiehl's eye cream with avocado. I love this stuff. With this eye cream, you have to make sure you let it sit before applying makeup on top of it for like 5 to 7 minutes. Look how good our skin looks and we don't even have makeup on. I mean, like, minus the pimples and stuff. I'm gonna go in and glue my eyebrows down. I use the Benefit brow setter for this. I just brush them up as I let my skincare marinate. Okay, I'm gonna go in with my NARS pot concealer now. This is for spot concealing. I like using a thick pot concealer for spot concealing because it's something that's really gonna stay on your face as opposed to a normal concealer that's in a tube. These are more liquidy. This is more thick. And I'm just gonna cover up any pimples or scars or freckles that I don't want to be shown. I also get a lot of redness around my nose, so I'll take this concealer and I'll go kind of paint it on. I think about this as like a base coat when you're painting your nails. You don't have to blend it out all the way. I just kind of feather out the product. Now on the day-to-day, I honestly do not wear foundation a lot. I'm really into skin tints. I'm not the biggest thick full coverage foundation girl, but if you guys want a full coverage, full beat tutorial, I can totally do that. So this is the Made by Mitchell Truth Tint. It's a tinted moisturizer, which I've been loving recently. It's very liquidy, as you can see. Ew, it's like glopping. It looks like bird poop. I'll go in and I'll just spread it all around my face like this. Now, when we're applying our foundation or our skin tint, you want to avoid your under eyes because we want the least amount of product under our eyes. The more product we put on, that's when we'll start looking cakey and like we have way too much makeup on. So we want to work in very thin layers. That's why I love a skin tint. So after I spread it out of my face like this, I'll go in with my sponge and I'll just tap it in. With the places that we spot conceal, you're gonna just tap over them a little bit more and they should just seamlessly blend out for you. That's why I like putting on my spot concealer before I do my foundation, because it just helps it blend it out. Now when I'm blending in my foundation slash skin tint, I am not dragging or swiping, I am dabbing. Another thing I wanted to say is that makeup will not get rid of your texture or your dry skin or your pores or your wrinkles. That's not what makeup does. So it's really about the things that you do prior to your makeup that is gonna help it go on smoother. For example, I had a pimple over here, but I put on my cream that really dries it out. I have dry skin all around this pimple right now, and it doesn't look good with the makeup on top of it. But there's honestly nothing I can do about it other than like peel off the dry skin flakes and then put a little bit more concealer on top. But all makeup does is minimize some things and then honestly make some things look worse. Like when you put makeup on top of your dry skin, it's not gonna look good. But if you have a pimple and you wanna cover it, makeup will help with that. So now I'm going in with my regular concealer. I love my Tower 28 concealer. I go over any pimple that the pot concealer didn't cover, so I'm obviously gonna put it on these two over here, and then we're gonna cover underneath our eye. Now for our under eyes, I know we all watched YouTube in 2016 and they did the whole triangle concealer look. Oops. We're not doing that anymore. I have really dark circles, but look how much I put on. I'm gonna put a little bit there and a little bit at the end of my eye to lift. That's all I'm putting on. I am not putting on layers and layers of concealer because that honestly makes it look worse. So that's all I'm gonna start with. And if we need more, we can put on a little bit more. Go in with my sponge and I'm just gonna dab. You really wanna make sure you get in your inner corner of your eye because that's where a lot of darkness is for me. I also put my concealer onto my eyelid because I have really red eyelids. Look at the difference already between this and this. Sometimes I even look in the mirror and I'm like, why does my makeup not look like all the celebrities? Because they're edited. Ho, stop being stupid. I'm talking to myself, not to you guys, but maybe to you guys too if you need to hear it. They're edited. Hate to break it to you, but everyone uses filters. Even I do. Not on this video though. Hello, natural. Also guys, if you guys ever get itchy while you're putting makeup on, don't go itch like that like a maniac. Just tap. I know it doesn't really help, but like tapping is the only thing we can do in this instance. Okay, next we're going in and contouring. This is my favorite contour I've ever used in my whole entire life. I will probably use this until the day I die. It's the Pink Honey Contour Cake. I don't know why all these other beauty gurus, and I probably used to do this before, say that bronzer and contour are like one and the same. They're really not. Contour is cool tone. Contour is meant to resemble the shadows on your face. So for example, if I'm looking at you straight in the eye, hi, you see this darkness right here? That's where we want to contour. We want to enhance the contours of our face. That's the point of contour. Bronzer is to make us look tan and like we have a little bit of life in us. Contour honestly makes you look a little dead until we put the bronzer on top. I like going on with an angled brush because it just makes it really easy to place it. I'm gonna go in and dab product onto the brush. Now this product is very pigmented, so I'll just dab a little bit off on my hand. Like, hello, look how pigmented that is. Once again, we are not swiping. Swiper, no swiping. Swiper, no swiping. Swiper, no swiping. Sorry, I like went off a little bit. I know I'm so talented. Anyways, what I do is dab. Where to place the contour. Once again, like I said, you're gonna look in the mirror and see where the shadows are. That's tip number one. Tip number two, we're gonna go from the top of the ear, and I'm just dabbing, and we're gonna end it where the end of our eye is. Use your face as a map. You don't wanna go all the way into your mouth because then it's gonna make you look too like a Skeletor. So you can use the end of your brush. Feel your cheekbone. You wanna place the contour underneath your cheekbone. So here's your cheekbone. Underneath where this little like fat pocket is, that's where we're placing the contour. Kind of makes sense. Your cheekbone's here, it's creating a shadow, and the shadow is what you want to contour. Duh. Ew, I just gave myself the ick. Okay, I'm going in on the other side and we're doing the same thing. Start from the tip of the ear, end it at the end of the eye. We're gonna go in with the contour on our forehead now. If you have a 5 head, you gotta make sure you're doing this step because I can see your big ass head from outer space. Same thing, we're gonna do tapping motions. And this is gonna reduce the size of your big ass cranium. We're not putting it in the middle of our head. It's gonna look like you got poop on your face. Just along the hairline to help shrink the 5 head. We're feeling a little fancy. We can put a little bit of contour here to help slim your face. And then a little bit on the jawline. You wanna make sure if you're contouring your jawline, don't place it on your like face. You wanna place it right underneath. Same thing on the other side.
Good afternoon, Liv. Announcing. From Beauty Room. Sorry.
I'm sorry, what? Did she just say sorry? Is she me? I think Alexa's taking up my tendencies. What did she just do? She just sang me a song and then goes, sorry.
You did that.
What? I did what to you?
From the beauty room, sorry, and my TV show.
I didn't do that. It just happened to me too.
Well, don't you think we should be a little concerned about how something is just able to... It said from the beauty room.
Yeah, mine said it too. That is a little weird.
2 packages for Liv's order should arrive today between 3:30 p.m. and 7:30 p.m. containing acrylic tray and pill organizer. By the way,
Girl, first of all, you're exposing me with the pill organizer. Now I'm embarrassed. We're gonna take the same brush and we're gonna blend. How I blend is by tapping. I am not swiping. Swiper, no frickin' swiping. We don't like Dora in this house. Just kidding, I actually like Dora. We are tapping. Swiping not only will take off the product that you just spent so much time putting on, it will also give you wrinkles. You wanna look like a raisin at the age of 30? Keep swiping. I do a little bit of tapping above, a little bit of tapping below, but I am keeping this contour in the same place that I placed it. A lot of you somehow start applying your contour up here and end up making it all the way down here. I don't get how you do it. You guys do that with blush too. Why are you putting blush here? No, keep it here. For the jawline contour, you kind of want to blend it down because shadows go down, and that will help make us look like we have a sharp jawline or not a double chin. Now for nose contour, this is my favorite thing in the whole entire world. I'm going with the same product. I love contouring my nose. I love making it look like I actually have the skinniest nose in the world to the point where I can't breathe. For nose contour, I use an angled brush like this. It's just easier to really like snatch the nose with it. How I contour my nose is gonna be different from how you contour your nose because everyone has different noses. A tip on how I learned how to contour my nose is I literally went on Pinterest and I would just search nose contour for big bulbous Italian nose because that's what I have. I'm gonna look like my grandma. and then you look through the pictures until you find a nose that looks like yours, and then you just copy that contour onto your nose, like copy and paste. So what I do to make my nose look like a skinny little pig nose is I will put the contour like this. This will help slim it, and then we'll put a little bit on the bottom of my nose like so. This will help lift the tip. I take a little bit more and I go right across the top like this. Now I know that looks harsh. If I could go out like this and not get judged, I would, because I think I look like the cutest little pig, but I fear I would scare children if I went out like this. To blend out the nose contour, I go in with the same brush, wipe off all the extra product, and we're just gonna lightly and very precisely blend out. And then to make it not look as crazy, I'll go on top with my beauty blender and I'll just do like a few taps. And I don't care if you say it still looks like it's not blended, I like it. So don't say that. I hope you guys are realizing that I'm going in with all cream products right now. Notice how I'm not putting a powder blush on top of all of this wet foundation, bronzer, concealer. If I went in with a powder blush right now, oh no, it would not look good. This is a cream blush from Makeup by Mario in the shade Pink Peony. And I like to place my blush on my cheekbones, literally right above where we just placed the contour. If you wanna make your face look more round, you would smile and you would see the apples and you'd place it right here. But because I like the snatch effect, I like placing it on my cheekbones. And once again, I'm dabbing. And I'll put a little bit on the tip of my nose. It's time for powder. I love this one from Ulta Beauty, the Ulta Beauty Finishing Powder. I went on a brand trip with Ulta, which was so cool. It was my first ever brand trip. I actually filmed the whole thing, so please comment if you want that vlog. And on the brand trip, we met with Bobbi Brown, which is a makeup brand. I basically was telling them how I hate powder, how it makes me look cakey, and they're like, girl, then stop putting powder on. If you don't need a lot of powder, don't put a lot of powder on. I feel like as a society, we are taught that like, oh, we need to bake our face and we need to put on layers and layers of powder. No, we don't. You just put on as much powder as you need. If you're oily in this spot, only put powder in this spot. So what I do, take the powder on a fluffy little brush, dab off the excess. Now, before we set our face, I like to go in underneath our eyes and dab out any of the creases. I take the brush and I just set right underneath my eye. Now, this powder, because it's a pressed powder, it really helps blur. If you can see the difference between this eye and this eye, this one just looks more smooth. We're gonna do the same thing for the other eye. Take our beauty blender, dab out the creases, and set. Now, something that does help minimize the look of pores is powders. So you can go in either with a brush or a puff. A puff would be more full coverage though. I like going in with a brush for the everyday, and I'll just place it anywhere where I get really shiny. I always avoid the contour and blush parts because we're gonna set those anyways with a separate product. I also put a little bit on my forehead and I put it through my brows. Sometimes my eyebrows look shiny and I don't think that looks cute. Also put a little bit on your eyelids, and we didn't put too much powder on so we don't look like a pancake. I want a piece of cake right now. You know what? I'll be right back. Cake break, and I ain't talking about my fat ass. It's so hard being so skinny and pretty. I'm gonna eat my cake because I need some sugar because I'm actually shaking. So just let me do this really quick. Now that we powdered our face with our setting powder, we're gonna go in with our bronzer or contour. I like going with a bronzer because we used contour before. This is just gonna help warm up the face. And I'm gonna place it in the same places that we placed our contour. How many times can I say place? Once again, we're gonna just dab it. This will just help warm up the face and make us not look like a corpse. I don't contour my nose with this product. This is my favorite powder blush ever. It's by Kosas in the shade Dreamland. This blush is so beautiful. Let me show you. We're gonna place it in the same places that we placed our cream. Just gives the most beautiful like sheen to the face. Blush is the first thing to fade on the face, so I always make sure to place a little bit more blush because I know it's gonna fade pretty fast. The day today, I do not put on eyeshadow. I honestly just go in with my bronzer, a fluffy brush, take it, and I'll put it throughout my crease. I like using the bronzer that I used on my face. It all looks nice and cohesive. I also have been really into putting a little bit of this bronzer underneath my eyelid. We're gonna go in and do our brows now. Now, I love a natural bushy brow look, and honestly, the brow products that I've been obsessed with are Benefit. You guys know I use the Benefit Brow Setter to brush up my eyebrows. This is the new product by them. It's a Mighty Fine Brow Pen. It kind of looks like a little pitchfork, and it just looks so natural, and it gives me the effect that I look for. And then if you ever feel like it's not blending or it looks a little like weird, just go in with the spoolie. Now for lashes, you guys have really stubborn, awful lashes. Please listen up. Listen up. Put your hands up. Put your hand. Ick. This video is just me icking myself throughout the whole thing. Get your blow dryer, get your lash curler. First of all, if you're not using a lash curler, please correct yourself. Heat it up. You're gonna go in, curl your lashes with your heated eyelash curler. And I don't know why people don't do this, because if you think about it, would you curl your hair with a curling iron that's off? No, you wouldn't, because the heat is what helps set the curl. So would it not be the same thing for your lashes? Be careful though, because it gets really hot. Make sure you're touching it, please, before you put it on your eye, because I don't want you guys burning yourselves. And when I'm curling my lashes, I do like little pumps. We're gonna go in now with our mascara. This is my tried and true mascara, L'Oreal Telescopic Carbon Black. I've used this for years on years and years. Now I put my mascara on it, so I really like to focus it on the outer corners of my eye, because like I've said 18,000 times, I like my face to look like snatched. And when you put your eyelashes more towards the outer edge of your eye, it really helps that illusion. If you have really stubborn lashes, try to avoid really wet mascaras. That's why I love this one. I've been using Grande Lash recently, so my eyelashes have definitely grown a ton. I go with my blow dryer again in the cool setting, and I blow dry my eyelashes up. I personally do not put mascara on my bottom lashes. I don't like the way that looks on me. But if you like the way that looks on you, go ahead and do it, baby. Do it, girl. Sometimes I'll put on a little bit of fake freckles. I just use Freck. I also love this freckle pen from She Glam. Yeah, I feel like this look needs freckles. Like this shirt is giving freckles. It depends on the shirt. If you feel like your lashes fell, I sometimes go in and curl them a little bit more. Be very careful with this. If your eyelashes fall out, don't blame it on me. You want to make sure your eyelashes are completely dry before you go in and curl them again. Before we do our lips, I'll go in and set my face. Setting spray is gonna be your best friend, especially if you're a beginner, because it really gets rid of all that powdery look. I'm just using the Charlotte Tilbury one. I just pick a random one. I like drenching my face because I like drenching my face. We're gonna go in and do our lips now. I love this lip liner from Tarte in the shade Mauve. I feel like it matches my lips perfectly. How you're gonna overline your lips is you're only gonna do the center of the bottom and the center of the top. Don't overline the sides of your lips, because then it's gonna give you like trout mouth, and like that's not the vibe. I'm only overlining the bottom, middle, and then I follow the natural lip line up. For the top, only overline the top, middle, and follow the natural lip line down. I'm not a lipstick girl. I don't really like lipsticks, so I just normally stick to a lip liner. I'll maybe put a little bit of a lip stain. This is the Ulta Beauty one. This in the center of my lips. And then I'll go on top, just any lip mask. We can set our face one more time with setting spray. And I think we're done. You guys have to be easy on me, because this was my first video back on YouTube and I kind of forgot how to YouTube. If you guys have any questions at all, please comment them down below. I'm gonna be responding to all your comments. I'm super excited to be back on YouTube. If you're not subscribed, make sure you're subscribed, please and thank you. Make sure you're following me on all my other social medias. They're all olivia.volpe. I hope this video helped you guys, and I hope you guys are really excited for this Makeup 4 series. I'm happy to be back. I love you guys so much. Oh my god, I'm itchy. Hello? Oh my god, that's orgasmic. Ew, do you ever pick your nose with a Q-tip? Ew, ew, my booger's yellow. Ew, my booger's yellow. I think I'm sick in the head and also like physically sick. Anyways, anyone else a heating pad girly through and through? Like, I cannot live without this heating pad. Can a girl live? Everyone hates me. Yep, it's fine. I'll just go die. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Ew. Ick. Guys, my friends just offered me a vegan cookie. Like, what's a vegan cookie? Because how do you get a cookie to be vegan? Like, what is the cookie made out of? Leaves? And what are the chocolate chips? That's the part I'm really stressed about. What are the chocolate chips? Rat poopies? No, but that's not vegan. Rat poop isn't vegan, so what are they?